Hi, I'm Josie Quick, and this is my video series, How to Play Blues Fiddle. Today, I'm going to talk about playing backup. Backup is a really important part of learning to play blues because when you have that chord progression kind of in your soul, in your brain, that's when you can really have the freedom to let loose and play with abandon. So, I'm going to be showing you chords in the key of G. You can transpose this to any key that you want. So starting out with the chord voicing that I like to do the most when I'm playing blues is to play the third and the seventh of whatever chord. So we're going to have a little music theory here for a moment, which is necessary. So the third degree of the chord, if you just count up, if I'm in G, G, A, B, so B is the third, B, C, D, E, F, F is the seventh. So I'm going to be playing B and F. And I'm playing F natural, even though we're in the key of G, because that is the dominant 7 of the chord. That's in the G7 chord. So I'm going to voice it. When I play backup, I like to play low in the instrument, down here on the G and the D string. If I'm playing up in the higher strings, it can get in the way of the melody. You can do it, but you have to be mindful. You have to listen carefully and make sure that you're not getting in the way of whoever is singing or playing a solo. If I'm playing a G chord, I'm going to play an F with my second finger, and then I'm crossing my third finger over to play a B natural because they're not straight across. And it's going to be dissonant. So that's your G chord. E chord, and it's always the same shape. So you're just kind of moving the same shape around, sometimes using different fingers, sometimes not. Your first finger plays an E, and your second finger plays a B flat to play a C chord. And then to play a D chord, D7 chord, your second finger plays an F sharp, and your third finger does a C natural. So here I'm going to put my second finger down on the D string and cross my third finger over. So you can see how I'm crossing my fingers. See that cross, first finger, second finger crosses. So one way to practice this is to start with one finger and then cross over. So for example, if you played for your G chord, F, and then cross your third finger over, can you see that? So I'm going to go for 4 bars. Then I go 1 and cross my second finger over it for the C chord. Back to the G chord. So second finger and then cross the third finger. Now for your D7 chord, the whole thing moves up a half step, but you can get your fingers trained by starting with your F sharp, then cross that third finger, then it goes to C, first finger, and then cross, and then back to G, second finger, and then cross. So I'm going to play that for you. I'm going to try to call out the chords. We'll see how I do. It's hard to talk and play at the same time. Okay, 1, 2, G chord, ready, go. To the C. Back to G. And D. C. G. Now Now you can also practice what is essentially the reverse of that. Now I would finger the G chord differently if I'm going to go the reverse. The reverse being starting with the bottom note. So if I start with the bottom note, I've got my second finger on the B, and then I'm going to tuck my first finger up underneath it to get that F natural. Then I go to B flat and E natural, which I'm really just moving the whole thing down a half a step. If your intonation is a little iffy or your coordination is a little iffy, rather than just sliding down, which you can do eventually, still start with setting your second finger for that B flat and then tucking your first finger under. B natural. For the D chord, C, tuck for the F sharp, back down to B flat, B natural. So that gets it so that you're training your fingers to grab that chord shape. It's like you're crossing your fingers. So you can transpose this pattern to any key. Like I said, you're doing the 3rd and the 7th, and you're always just kind of crossing your fingers. So if you play around, trying it in different keys, you'll find that you're just kind of moving it around, and as you get better and better at it, you can hear where you're supposed to land. So I recommend that you listen to a blues backing track. There are tons of them on YouTube, and try playing along with this. Every time you hear a different backing track, you're going to come up with a different rhythm to play along. So let your creativity go. All right, have fun. If you'd like access to all these videos, plus PDFs and backing tracks, please go to www.josiequick.com for more information.